Hi everyone, thanks for joining today's webinar. You're all very welcome. The topic for today is going to be find out what is consuming bandwidth on your network with network traffic analysis. So by ways of introduction, my name is Greg Collins and I'm the product marketing manager here at Progress's What's Up Gold. I'm also joined on this call by my colleague Ekaterina Boniva, who's a senior technical sales engineer who will be helping out from a demonstration perspective. So with that out of the way, I will kick off today's session with a brief rundown of the agenda. So I will be giving an overview of what network traffic analysis is, why it's important, and how it works within the What's Up Gold solution. I'm going to keep my portion fairly brief, as I'll then be passing the floor across to my colleague Ekaterina, who will give a demonstration of the network traffic analysis add-on, followed by an interactive Q&A session at the end. So what is network traffic analysis? Well, network traffic analysis, or NTA, is a method of monitoring network usage and performance to identify anomalies. It allows you to monitor network traffic for security threats and network issues like slow download speeds or throughput. And these tools track, record, and analyze network traffic patterns and compare them with established benchmarks to identify discrepancies. So to put it simply, it can identify who or what is using up network bandwidth. It collects network traffic data like flow and packet data, and it extracts useful metadata like IP addresses, ports, traffic protocols, or traffic volume to give administrators increased visibility. NTA also has security benefits. So think of data breaches or DDoS attacks. They can be detected by abnormal traffic that should not be on the network in the first place. So flagging this abnormal traffic conditions helps administrators to take action before it's actually too late. And then another benefit that we have of NTA is how it can help from a capacity planning perspective. So historical data, when combined with knowledge of upcoming organizational changes, for example, allows you to forecast future requirements. So if I take the example of your company is streaming a company-wide all hands from the HQ, you can anticipate the additional bandwidth needed and upgrade your network accordingly. This can help prevent, embarrassing bandwidth issues on your network during the all hands. So now that we know what network traffic analysis is, the next question, I suppose, is why should we care about it? Well, there are plenty of valid reasons to care. For this session, I'm going to highlight three in particular: security, visibility, and reporting. So first up, from a security perspective, it's important to know when unusual activity is happening on your network. If the traffic, for example, suddenly spikes or is coming from suspicious sources, it's always important to investigate. There could be a number of reasons for something like this happening. It could be entirely unintentional, where bandwidth is being hogged by someone streaming or gaming. But there also is the possibility that there could be malicious intent in place there. Although some of these are more serious than others, all of the above could cause harm from an operational or security perspective. I suppose one of the main benefits of network traffic analysis and having it in place is that you don't have to be actively monitoring and looking at the traffic. You can set it up so you'll be notified on when issues are happening and act accordingly. Visibility goes hand in hand with this. So many organizations have users and devices across many different locations. It becomes near impossible for network administrators to maintain effective network visibility. So having a single source of truth for your network environment saves a huge amount of time and stress as a network administrator. It also allows your team to easily gain visibility on previously unmonitored network communications across the whole company. It basically just makes troubleshooting a lot easier and reduces blind spots within your network. And finally, reporting. Monthly ISP bandwidth charges are expensive. You don't want to add more bandwidth unless you actually need it. Network traffic analysis lets you drill down to identify the sources and destinations of your internet traffic, as well as the applications consuming internet bandwidth. Because of this, you can ensure that your business critical applications are getting the bandwidth that they actually need. And having the ability to create reports on the savings and efficiencies within your network is another great reason to opt for network traffic analysis. So where does What's Up Gold fit into the equation? What's Up Gold has an add-on feature called network traffic analysis, which is designed specifically to help administrators monitor their bandwidth consumption and network traffic. It automatically detects your flow sources and begins collecting flow data. So after the flow data is received, it automatically generates reports that you can use to analyze bandwidth consumption within your own environment. The flow data is also saved to the WhatsUp Gold database, which allows you to review reports from months back or troubleshoot issues on demand. You can see information for your top senders and receivers. There are built-in troubleshooting reports. You can see the network traffic information on a per-device basis. So what are the interface's top conversations? What entities is it talking to? What are the top applications for this particular device? All meaningful flow information can be seen at a glance on the homepage, as Katarina will show in the demo soon. Thresholds can be set based on the network traffic information. You have the ability to create a wide variety of thresholds. So, for example, you can create a policy to get notified if any host in the environment is flooding the network with traffic. Or you can create your own custom thresholds to ensure that the bandwidth is being used for critical business applications as opposed to users streaming Spotify or Netflix. And finally, there are a number of built-in troubleshooting reports, as I mentioned. These network traffic analysis reports can generate Excel spreadsheets and other file types on demand, or you can even schedule them to be sent out via email on a regular basis. So before I hand it over to Katarina for the demo, I want to mention a resource we have been heavily focusing on recently. I may be biased as I've been the person driving this internally, but I want to call out the WhatsUp Gold YouTube channel. We're uploading weekly free educational videos on topics such as troubleshooting certain issues you may be having. We've how-to videos, quick tip videos, and even longer form webinars like this very one, which will be posted there upon completion. It's a great way to learn the basics of WhatsUp Gold, so I highly recommend it for new and old users. And I'm happy to take any suggestions for any new content that you may have. So with that in mind, that's the end of my part of the presentation, and I'm now going to hand it across to Katarina, who will go through a demonstration of the network traffic analysis add-on.
Okay, thank you, Greg, and hello, everyone. So today we are going to talk about the network traffic analysis part of WhatsUp Gold. So you already have a monitoring system in place. You have your devices, and you probably are monitoring every infrastructure element, and you know what's working and what's not working in terms of infrastructure, in terms of interfaces, CPUs, memories, and so on. But now you will want to know, and certainly for today's networks, this is something important and crucial. You will want to know what is happening, who is talking to who, and what traffic do you have within your network, incoming and outgoing. You will want to know if a machine is downloading too much content or is uploading too much content. You will want to know also where to put your attention if you need to troubleshoot for security and for usability issues. So that's where network traffic analysis in WhatsUp Gold comes. We are using NetFlow as a protocol for the network traffic analysis. NetFlow, SFlow, JFlow, IPFix, these are all standard protocols which WhatsUp Gold supports. So first of all, your devices should be enabled for one of those protocols, and then easy as it is, in the network traffic analysis settings, WhatsUp Gold listens on port 9999 by default, but this is easily changeable for the network admin or whoever needs to manage the system. You can change this port. You can change also the retention policy. So based on your needs, or in today's networks, we are heading towards a different regulations in that part. So you can change this in the way that this is compliant for your company policies, for your governmental policies, or whatever this can be. And the port on which WhatsUp Gold listens for traffic is also configurable from the network traffic analysis settings. The second thing is to add your sources. So from different points within the network, WhatsUp Gold will listen for the flow traffic and will analyze it. These different points are usually routers, firewalls, or different layer 3 switches where the traffic is routed. So WhatsUp Gold automatically will show you if a device is enabled for one of the network traffic analysis protocol standards. So you don't need to the only thing you need to do is enable the devices, but if you are not enabling them, WhatsApp Go will show it to you, will show you which device is already enabled and which device needs to be enabled. So no worries on that side. And then network traffic analysis is equipped with different libraries. These libraries serves for you to be able to create different applications. As you can see here, these are all standard applications, but you can add or edit the ones that are already within the library. As all functionalities, WhatsApp Go comes equipped with pre-configured libraries. They are ready to use, and they are also available for you to modify them. So you can add as much as you want to. So here I can add different application. I can specify, okay, I want SysDat, or I want to see a traffic, a precise traffic like the telnet traffic or the SSH traffic. I want to monitor those. So I will specify. I can also set up a precise subnet. So WhatsApp Go, what it does, it will use this library then to show me the statistics for the applications which I want to focus on. This for this purpose is also the IP reputation library. So I will not only want to focus on what type of applications are being used in my network, but I will want to know also the IP addresses which are the top talkers, and also I will want to know both sides of the communication. Here are only few examples of the built-in reports that WhatsApp Go has to offer right away after it begins to receive the flow information. You have a different set of built-in NetFlow reports that you can directly use. These are a general overview of the top interfaces by traffic, by utilization, also the conversation parts and via which protocol the conversation is going. You can also filter for exact. So if I want to know exactly my cat switch interface traffic, I will filter for this interface. So all the information will be focused on that precise interface. You are seeing the filter automatically appear on top. And then I can also select a time frame. So if I want to analyze the past 30 minutes or only today, I can easily filter for today. So if I want to troubleshoot something and I need a precise time frame, I can also customize last 5 minutes. If someone is flooding my network, if some suspicious traffic is going on, if I need to focus on precise my incoming interface or outgoing interface, or I want just to check the SLA of my provider, of my internet provider, or whatever service provider I might want to check what's going on and my usability and whether the data is correctly passed to me, I can filter precise time frame and I can focus on precise interface. That's also applicable not only to the interfaces, but also to the application. So here are all my past filters available to me, but I can, if I specify all traffic sources and I go to my type of traffic, I might want to filter for precise HTTPS traffic, and I want to know via which interface and which are the machines that are using mostly HTTPS traffic. I'm filtering exactly. So here you see the filter automatically applied, and then I will select again my same interface. So I'm telling WhatsApp Go, okay, give me that precise interface statistic for that time frame, which is today, and based on HTTPS only. So I want to know for that interface only the HTTPS traffic and only for today. That's totally, and it's easy. In less than 1 minute, I am doing my analysis. This is also available to be created as a regular report that you can directly export and schedule export. So if I need to save this report right now, I will export it in the file format which I want to. But if I need to receive a certain report for my traffic and for the usability or for certain security issues or usability issues, I can schedule the export, and like every day on a certain hour, WhatsApp Goat will send me this report, and I can have these statistics and compare what was happening, not only live within the WhatsApp Goat interface, but also via the different reports. On the senders and receiver side, you will see, so I am changing the dashboarding, but continuing to maintain my filter. So I will see via this interface what is happening exactly. The domain also WhatsApp Goat can resolve, and I will see suspicious connections. So the entire senders and receivers report will be focused on the interface which I'm filtering for. So if I am in the troubleshooting mode, I am seeing here an information regards this exact interface. I can easily switch between the different interfaces. As you can see here, the filters are available and they are saved within the WhatsApp Goat memory, so I can easily switch between them or create a filter on the fly. But I will change to ONTA sources so that you can see how this looks like on a general overview. So I am seeing my top senders and my top receivers. This is the way that if a machine, like the common behavior of a machine affected with something, or a machine that needs to be looked after, is when it generates too much traffic. So that's something that WhatsApp Goat will show me here on the report, but this is something that it is also available for you under the actions and alert center libraries. You have different thresholds. So it is totally possible that you use one of those available thresholds and create also a custom threshold. So if I want to filter for a precise criteria on my network and apply this on a precise interface, or a group of hosts, I can do it easily from here or apply it to specific hosts, and not only, but I can specify an entire IP range. So if I have a precise subnet, which is crucial for my business, I can add subnet per subnet and apply those thresholds and those filters per subnet. So here, the idea is that you can create a criteria for the thresholds that you can filter per application. So identify if your users are going over Netflix or YouTube or whatever other type of they are using a Spotify, or your traffic is being consumed via an application that you don't want to, instead of the ones that you care about and are important for the business purposes. The thresholds can be custom, can be in terms of traffic utilization, identifying applications, identifying hosts, identifying ports, and so on, so that you can easily filter and identify. And the way to use them is apply them to or an entire group of devices or a subnet. But in any case, you will be notified from WhatsApp Goat that something is happening, and exactly what type of application is going around your network, so that you can analyze further or you can take actions further. Here you are seeing the top sender domains and receiver domains. So as we said, WhatsApp Goat will show it to you, will resolve and show you what type of traffic from where is coming and going. And under the troubleshooting, which is again one of the built-in reports that you have, here we will clear the advanced filtering. So all the will be not applied to the HTTPS only, but we will show everything which WhatsApp Goat has been able to troubleshoot. These are the most the failed connections. So failed connections under the sender side, under the receiving side. Luckily, we don't have a machines with failed connections. So if this is something that is not happening, you will see it like this. But that's the way that WhatsApp Gold will look into the things. And another of the reports which is available is the geographic location. So you will see geographically from where your traffic is coming from, going out. The last section, I've created a custom report just to show you how this looks like and what are the capabilities, because the network traffic analysis of WhatsApp Gold comes with numerous of built-in reports. You can directly, after beginning to receive flow information, WhatsApp Gold is ready to show you the statistics. Then on the right side, as for anything else, WhatsApp Gold is equipped with numerous of different parameters that you might want to add on a specific report. So if for different purposes you need different views, you need to modify the number of interfaces, the number of devices which you are seeing, you can easily add them. From the right side, you can see top receiver by ISNs, by receiving countries. So this again is something that you will need to be compliant for many regulations, the different types of traffic that you don't want your users to go to certain countries and to go browse certain countries that are not allowed, or you don't want your users to go and use the bandwidth for a certain type of application. So that's also possible to be analyzed and monitored. The suspicious connections also is something that from security perspective you will want and need to have as a report. So these are all reports which just with one click you can add a different type of parameter, whether this to and where to position this parameter. All the reporting within WhatsApp Gold is one, ready to use and built in, and second, customizable with 2 clicks away. This is an example of how a custom report can look like. So the suspicious connections from security perspective will come first, and then all the top applications, top endpoints, the interfaces by traffic utilization, and then the 2 points of communication. For every parameter, whenever you go to WhatsApp Gold, if you want to add more details, you just go to columns and you will see these are all details that WhatsApp Gold can add. These are all details that it has in database. So if I want to add flows and flow rate or percentage or utilization, or even if I want to add the application, I'm just clicking and adding more details to the report. That's available for every one of the reports within WhatsApp Gold, and also the filtering, which you see on the left side. So if I want to focus on precise conversation, precise protocol, or whatever detail, I can filter easily from here. Then again, the filter will appear. So if I select this, you will see the filter appearing here, and it will be saved from WhatsApp Gold to be used later on again. So that's the network traffic analysis functionality. It's an add-on for WhatsApp Gold. It comes equipped with the capabilities to understand which device is already a net flow source, automatically recognizes it. You just need to add the flow source. Then WhatsApp Gold will begin receive those flows, and right away will show you the statistics which are built in, and will give you the possibility to create your own custom filters, your IP reputation libraries, your application libraries, so that you can monitor precisely based on the criteria that your network that are important for your network. Then it will allow you to create different thresholds which are available under the Alert Center libraries. Those thresholds allow you to identify which interface exactly is flooding, if it's flooding, which interface is used for an application, or not only application, but it's used for type of traffic that you don't want to have in your network. There's also a built-in network traffic analysis library and IP reputation library, where, as you can see, we here pre-configured are the Tor IPs, but you can create also IP reputation library lists and upload them, specify the path to them, so you can use your own lists and create your own criteria, so that your users will be monitored for having a good use of your bandwidth and connection when this is in regards of the use of the company's resources. So that's the network traffic analysis from WhatsUp Gold point of view. Heading back to Greg for questions and comments. Okay, actually, I will take the first one, seeing that it's more technical one. So, okay, are we talking about SNMP monitoring? No, really, for the network traffic analysis, which is part of WhatsUp Gold, we are talking about NetFlow, all the NetFlow standard protocols. So NetFlow, SFlow, JFlow, IPFix. So there, for traffic analysis, we are talking about NetFlow. While for the infrastructure monitoring, which is WhatsUp Gold basis, yes, we use SNMP, but here exactly we are talking about NetFlow. Why can you see the NBAR application details in NTA? Probably that question refers to the demo lab. Like, keep in mind that this is a demo lab, so no users there, no users, no real life. No real life traffic, that's why. But in the real world, you can see the NBAR application details into the WhatsUp Gold NTA functionality. So really, as a functionality, you can, we support that. Okay, the next one. We use this product for monitoring and analyzing traffic analysis across OT hosts and servers. Oh, okay, great. So I take this as an affirmation, not as a question. So if you need something as details or information or something else, please feel free to reach out to us. Our contacts will be shared with you after the webinar, and also on our website they are available, so much appreciated. Okay, so how much it costs to add the network traffic analysis to existing WhatsUp Gold running system? So this question will head out directly to Greg, but he will need to follow up because it depends on how much traffic sources you want to add. So usually there's no need to enable NetFlow, and no need, but on all the capable devices. What the use case is, only the devices which are responsible for routing the traffic, and the important ones where it depends on your topology, but those will be the devices which will be enabled for traffic export, and where you will look for the flow information, flow telemetry. So how much it costs? It depends on how much traffic sources you want to add, and that's how it's calculated. How is relevant the NTA? Probably. So NTA is part of WhatsUp Gold. So WhatsUp Gold is an infrastructure monitoring solution. And then on top of it, if you not only want to monitor the entire infrastructure, but you also want to know details about the traffic, and you need to monitor your traffic, not only the functionality of the infrastructure. So that's where NTA comes into play. How does this product differ from Broadcom AppNet? Does it provide usage detail reports? Yes, it provides usage detail reports. Yes, it's not a standalone product, the NTA. It's part of the WhatsApp Goat. So WhatsApp Goat is a network monitoring solution, and its focus is to offer a complete solution for an infrastructure. So you have built your network, and even if it's a hybrid situation, so you have your cloud services, virtual machines, and access points like the Wi-Fi network, which probably will be part of a normal enterprise network today. So everything which has an IP address and is part of your network, WhatsApp Gold can discover it automatically, can monitor all the parameters, which are the standard infrastructure parameters, give you insights of the usability, alert you for everything which is happening. And then on top of it, where it comes to traffic analysis, where it comes to log management, where it comes to configuration management, like having backup, being able to roll back, and so on. These all is WhatsApp Goat functionalities. So I hope that this answers your questions. And to the precise usage detail reports, yes, there's a built-in usage detail reports, and there's a built-in monitors and thresholds that you can also apply. You can modify or create your own, so to have it. Does this cause slowness on the network by turning on this feature? So that's a tricky one. I really can say that thanks for this question, and it's a good one for sure. NetFlow is not the lightest protocol that you can enable on your devices, but the only information that is being sent to the server, which acts as a NetFlow collector, is the telemetry. So it's not the entire traffic, like doubling the traffic or something like this. It's only the portion of NetFlow information. It's the record, not the whole like the whole packets or something. So in terms of there's no straight answer to how much is the traffic, because it depends again on how much are the devices, how much they are generating, and how many traffic sources you will want to add. But never up until now of all our use cases, we didn't have an issue by turning on the feature on the traffic level, because it's a really small portion of the traffic which is exchanged between the devices, and it's only the flow information. It's not don't imagine the whole traffic doubled. Like comparison with SolarWinds Zabbix. Okay, so that's also a good one. These are our direct competitors. So comparison, we both with them are in the same field. We offer probably most of the functionalities that one has, the other one also has. How we are better? We are more flexible. We don't count the sensors. And in terms of functionality and price, we really can offer something that is a really good solution as an entire solution, and it does the job really well. So SolarWinds and Zabbix has also reporting. They can also show this information, and so on and so on. In terms of functionality, we didn't discover something that it's not there, but we are more flexible, and compared to our competitors, we can offer better solution in terms of functionality pricing. Quality of service, if we can monitor quality of service, is the next one. Yes, we can monitor quality of service. That's one of the details that NetFlow supports and can offer as a detail. Can WhatsApp Goat identify, again, quality of service marking getting stripped off on a specific routers? Yes, it can. There's a built-in report. There's a built-in report for that, so you can also use those. You can create custom ones, but yes, for sure it can, and we have a built-in reporting. Can we get applications name used by users instead of port numbers in NTA for more in-depth details? Yes, also you can have them. You have into the NetFlow libraries. One of the library, its purpose is exactly this, to set up used applications into that library, so WhatsApp Goat can match those applications. And yes, you can do it. So if you want, you can still see port numbers and IPs, but you can have also an application report. Okay, and what license is a must to monitor Cisco switches? So from WhatsApp Goat perspective, we only, so on top of WhatsApp Goat, you need to have the NTA as a functionality, but as far as I know, Cisco switches support NetFlow as protocol. You just need to enable it, and that's it. From WhatsApp Goat perspective, you need to add, if you are like with the premium version, or depends on what version of WhatsApp Goat you are using, so you will only need to add the network traffic analysis as an add-on. So that's the requirement. Okay, and then after updating Google Chrome and Microsoft Edge, we are unable to reach WhatsApp Goat. Okay, so that's I guess that's not a question, that's a problem. So please reach out after the webinar, and we can go further and be able to contact directly the support or follow up with our support, so that they can assist you in that, because for sure we will need some details to see how can we help you. Oh, okay, another one. I'm licensed for this product but have no sources in NTA, so I need to enable flow control on my switches. Exactly, that's correct. And is there a knowledge base to set this up, or is it on YouTube channel? There is a knowledge base. I will reach out to you and will share with you all the documentation available. Yes, there is a knowledge base, how you can enable the flow control on the switches. So it surely depends on the vendor, because different vendors use different commands, but let's follow up after the webinar. I will keep a track and send you the information, and if you have whatever details that you need to clarify, we'll do it offline. Okay, another one. When I look at the top interfaces by traffic report, how do I fix NA for incoming and outgoing utilization? Okay, that's another one that we will need to follow up, because I need to see your sources and to see why you're not seeing, or I'm not seeing what you are seeing, so I cannot tell right away what is the issue. But taking a note also, and we will follow up with you together offline, if it's okay. What licenses are necessary to monitor VMware servers? So from VMware perspective, I cannot tell. You don't need licenses from WhatsApp Goat perspective. Directly, you are not going to monitor the server itself, because the server itself, it's already part of the infrastructure, so it is generating the traffic. The traffic information that the server is generating, it passes through switches and routers and so on, and these are the devices which will see the telemetry and will export. So how this works is packets are combined in a flow data, and this flow data is analyzed from the so-called flow collector, which will be the WhatsApp Goat server. So you don't need like a special license from VMware perspective. You have already, if you have already added the server, your virtual machines into my network, that means that they are already being monitored, but they surely are generating traffic, which is the object of monitoring. It's the traffic. It's listening are devices based on instances like port. Yes, the listening is based on port, if I understand correctly the question. So WhatsApp Goat has a default port for NTA. From device perspective, yes, you have the NetFlow telemetry, so IP protocol, port number, you can filter ISN, all the flow telemetry which is available. It is in the traffic report, so you will see it in the NTA detailed reporting. Okay, I have a Huawei SE series enterprise switch, how to enable flow there. Okay, this will be also something that need to be checked on a Huawei level, for example, because all the vendors have their commands, different command line interfaces. So the command will be different from Cisco perspective, from Huawei perspective, and whoever the vendor is, Extreme or HP or Juniper or and so on. So that means that I will take note now, and for everyone who needs documentation in regards of enabling the NetFlow on switches and routers, I will follow up with you after it, so we can see how we can help you. Huawei is extremely translating Cisco iOS to Chinese iOS. So that's an affirmation, but you need some insights, or if you tell me exactly how we can help, we are really open to be on whatever help documentation or something that we can discuss. We can do it for sure. For whoever wants to be added to our knowledge-based info, yes, taking also a note for you, and we will follow up and add you to your knowledge base. It's extremely accessible from an internet, so it's totally like you don't need any specifics. You just need to create a community account if you want to, but mostly the information is widely accessible, so that's totally possible. So that was for today's session. We will follow up with everyone which needs to have additional information or some help needed, as I saw. So see you next time, and thank you all for your time and attendance. Really appreciate that, and have a good one.